My name's Cassidy, and I'm the co-founder of Deviate.
My name is Kelsey Tucker, and I am the creative director and co-founder of Deviate.
My name is Dianne Avila, and I manage production here at Deviate.
My name is Miramontes. My position here is the sewing technician.
My name is Angela Orr, and I'm one of the seamstresses at Deviate.
My name is Candice Coleman. I'm here with Deviate. We're creating medical gowns for the different hospitals in Michigan.
Sustainable fashion to me, well, I think it's different to every person, which is what makes sustainability so relevant and able to be projected into the future, because everyone can do sustainability in their own ways. We do use sustainability through our dye technology. We've come up with a new process to reuse our water, and we filter out the water using charcoal filters and then recycle it back in. And this is able to, one, save water for the environment, and it's very sustainable. We can reuse up to 80% of the water. It also saves us a lot of cost, which is very sustainable, and we can reuse the water.
In my opinion, sustainable production is really production with a purpose and production that's constantly improving the process. So I think the way we go about producing our garments and producing whatever we're making is really about being better than what we did before.
Sustainable production, in my opinion, is the entire process of a garment from start to finish, whether that's the different types of chemicals that you use in a garment that can affect the environment, to how the garment is produced, if the workers making these pieces are being paid fair wages.
One thing I think a lot of consumers, and I was guilty of it myself, I think a lot of consumers don't necessarily realize the amount of work that goes into producing their garment that they're wearing. Even a t-shirt, I mean, it takes a lot of time, and there's a lot of skill and artfulness that goes into the creation of that t-shirt. And so I think one big focus that we're trying to do here in Detroit, and then of course beyond, is just kind of shine a light on really the craftsmanship that goes into production.
I think that all brands should try and keep some of their production in the US, even if it's only half or a quarter. I think that the turnaround times of having things made in the US is way more efficient and way less wasteful.
I definitely think that they should do that, because that's a part of being sustainable. And then we provide an opportunity for more jobs in our country.
If brands can produce in small batches, I of course prefer that. It's just a more sustainable approach. It's a slower fashion, which I think is really special. Every piece is a little more special because it's just a bit more exclusive, and not everyone has it. Not everyone is wearing the same thing. So if brands are able to produce more small batch collections that kind of bring that charm and excitement that I feel like has been missing in a lot of the fashion space.
So, because sometimes, you know, just producing to a small group of people can actually maybe be more productive than just mass producing some things. Because, you know, you may just have like a very small target market, like it just may be a few people who are into your clothes, but they may be very loyal people. They may be people who have always been looking for that kind of fashion. So I think the smaller batches should be done as opposed to just mass production. On a successful line, I want things that people are really going to enjoy wearing. You know, they're going to have fun. It's something they'll remember.
My long-term goals as a fashion designer is, you know, creating kind of like a clothing for, you know, women of all color. It's just creating a brand that empowers women.
My time here at Deviate has helped me reach my goals in the long run, because graduating from college with a fashion degree doesn't always teach you everything you need to lead a brand, to even start one, or to really master your craft. So starting with Deviate, I have learned to be a better pattern maker. I've learned to be more assertive in the things that I want by managing the line. and just networking in general.
What we're doing here is we're really trying to support emerging designers and emerging brands in Detroit. So this design program is really not just helping the designers who are here, who get this opportunity, who get to connect with each other, who get to learn about production at its core, but it's also for the designers here and the brands that are starting out and can't necessarily afford, or it doesn't make sense really for them to produce overseas where they have to meet minimums of hundreds or thousands. I think if we had a choice of what we could produce, I would love to show off the talent that we have here on this team. So while there is a lot of skill that goes into a t-shirt, there's also a ton of skill that goes into an evening gown or a chore coat or something that requires more detail and expertise, and that's something that our team has, and I think it would be awesome if we could produce that and just show it off to the world.
Everybody is at different sizes. There are some people who are tall, plus size, and I would like to appeal to those kind of people, plus size, petite, the average, tall, different types of shapes. Not everybody's an hourglass, and people may be more top heavy, bottom heavy. Everybody has their own unique shape, and I would really like to design clothes for everybody.
If I could do manufacturing long term, the clothing that I personally would like to manufacture is high quality, like not expensive but not cheap, where like your operators aren't making any money and like they're in a terrible work environment. So that's my goal, is to be able to create high quality garments at a reasonable price using the best locally US sourced fabrics, and to be able to pay our workers a very fair wage to make the garments.
If I could do this with Deviate and work on something, I think I would want to work kind of like lingerie too, and kind of like work on bridal.
I definitely want to focus on streetwear. I would definitely make it for women and men, and then have like unisex aspects as well. And then dabble in like accessories.
If I were to do fashion design long term and then even just start my own brand, I really want to focus on couture pieces, one-of-a-kind pieces. I feel like you can spend more time on perfecting them and just making them very unique.
My favorite part about this experience definitely has been seeing our incredible team of designers come together. Everyone gives 110% effort, their whole heart and soul is into it, and we're all working together towards this collective goal of bettering ourselves and our brands and our own skills, but also the community and the city itself, and really trying to put Detroit on the map as a fashion city and doing it in the right way.
To reunite with my classmates and then also meet other fashion students from other universities, and we're just all together pretty much having a good day. It's a lot of positive energy. We all very ambitious, so that's my favorite part.
My favorite part of this whole experience has been our design competition. One, because it's just so incredible to see the talent here, and then the developing of the talent through production is amazing. Another one of my favorite things has got to be our dye technology and being able to be sustainable in that way.
I think my favorite part about Deviate is just working with Kelsey and Cassidy and all the girls, just learning a lot from them and just taking advice and helping each other and being supportive for each other.
My favorite part about working with Deviate will probably be just everything that I'm learning. I'm learning so much from not only Cass and Kelsey, but my coworkers as well.
My favorite part of this experience and working with Deviate is just meeting so many people whose life is very similar to yours, and just all the networking that you do with all different types of creatives.
I think that the future of fashion is moving towards smaller batch things. People want more individualized garments. They don't want to wear the same thing that everyone else is wearing, and they're going to pay more for a one-of-a-kind garment or a small run of a garment. So I think that things are moving towards less mass production and more fine arts production.
I think fashion is art. So it's really my hope that people can start to treat a garment like you would a painting in an art gallery or a sculpture in an art gallery. You know, you really appreciate every little detail and you wonder what the artist was thinking and what it represents and all of the symbolism around it. And so I think to be able to bring that into the fashion space is something that's really special. Instead of purchasing something because you need it now or because it's on trend, and instead purchasing something that you really want to cherish and have for the rest of your life, I think is something that I hope we will start to see in the fashion space.